Last time on Herb Vendor.
So there I was, signing on one evening to relax and do my thing in-game. Obviously, I'm referring to dealing illicit herbs, and honestly any neat illegal shit. Unfortunately, as quickly as I had signed on, I'd realized I actually had something planned. Remember a few episodes back how some guildmates and I had gone out to that boat in the Shimmering Flats to plan a party? Well, it was time for that party. I'd gotten food vendors, entertainment, I'd set up this cool little boat race, someone said they had hired a stripper. I don't know if this was like an RP thing or if some guy in the guild had paid a lady of the night to roll a character and accompany him to the party. It was whatever. I was just stoked about the party. And before I knew it, people started arriving. Greetings, friends. Flash bow.
You've made it.
Oh, let me get changed. Let me get into my summer clothes. Whoops, I completely forgot. I got like a t-shirt or something, like a tank top I can wear. Alright, we're just going to throw together some sort of like a plain clothes mog real quick. Where's my swim trunks? Nah, I need a shirt. I'm going normal mog. Sorry. Greetings, Doctor.
Hello, Herb Vendor.
Greetings. Would you like to try a fresh fish taco?
Would I? Oh. A large... Oh! Shrimp taco.
Shrimp and fried cod.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you, Boris. These both look amazing.
Of course, friend. Enjoy.
Did I not have room? I don't think I had room. Well, I'm sure they taste good.
Glad you were able to make it.
How are you, Honorable Herb Vendor?
I am well.
Would you care to try some bread?
I loved baked goods. Oh. Whoa. Thank you. Say, this is pretty good. Are there herbs in it?
Algaes.
Same type of high. Thank you, my friend. Alright, let's check this out. Alright, let's see who's inside. Oh, nice. 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 Pretty good turnout so far.
Take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going.
What's up, party people? Candleman. Oh my gosh. Candleman. Great to see you, old friend.
What is good, my friend?
Welcome, Lyria. Feel free to grab a drink or some food outside. You don't have to eat outside. I don't mean that because you're Horde. The food vendors are just located outside is all. A lot of cool stuff going on. This is badass. This guy now want the joint. I made someone upset with the main name game stuff. Wait, who? Who's upset? Someone needs to fucking chill. It's a tavern night. Not a I don't know how to be socially acceptable and friendly night. Come on. Get out of here with that shit. Herb Vendor puts Third Eye Blind on the jukebox. Candle is busting it down. Go, little man.
Kick it.
Holy shit.
Get it, Candleman.
I am in awe.
Little man no more.
I need another fish taco for this.
He has grown.
Hit me again, Boris, my friend.
Haha, of course. Here is one fresh off the grill.
Thank you. Behind it, no head start. There we go. All right. Does everyone know where the finish line is? We shall be racing to High Perch.
My fucking boat.
Oh no.
On your marks. Get set. Race.
Can't I throw a red shell?
Bullet Bill. Oh my god. The other Druid's way up there. Ah! I didn't take that into account. I'm going dolphin mode. E. Dolphin sounds sure pissed off. Alright, I didn't see who won and the boats were scuffed, so we all win. Overall, the party had been a success, and the turnout was pretty insane. All of the planning that the guild had done had 100% paid off. The next night, I actually didn't sign on to the game. As a matter of fact, I didn't sign on for several days. That's right, I was dealing with a little bit of that good old-fashioned WoW burnout. Honestly, I'm surprised that this hadn't hit like way sooner than it did. I've played WoW since its launch, and I've always gone through different phases of life where it's either a thing of I find other shit I'm interested in, or I just lose temporary interest in WoW. Most of the time this lasts for an expansion, or two, but it had been kind of a while now. I think most of that has to do with the fact that I was playing with friends for the first time, which only made not playing harder. It was like a weird guilt I felt about the possibility that I was letting people down. So naturally, I formulated a logical solution. I'd get my retail-pilled RP-brained friend group to join me on a classic-era adventure. I'd pretty much have to promise there would be roleplay going on at least semi-often. And as many of you classic enjoyers know, the roleplay on Classic Realms isn't very common. Like at all. I've heard tales that Grobulus during the COVID lockdowns was an absolutely bonkers experience as far as that goes. But unfortunately I wasn't playing WoW then, so I didn't get to experience it. My classic experience was pretty limited to the Whitemane server. In 2024. Everyone had done everything, and it was impossible to even find a dungeon group that wasn't some Chinese mage wanting 80 gold for 5 runs. Luckily though, something was brewing. Something new, born out of passion instead of corporate greed. A quote-unquote player-ran, fresh classic-era experience. And no, I'm not talking about private server stuff. There had been talks of a few bigger WoW creators who had pull in the classic community, banding together to foster a huge fresh classic experience on a completely dead server. You see, Blizzard, like usual, completely shat the bed and gave us a huge amount of classic servers. Gracious of them to assume we wouldn't just somehow form 2 very one-faction-sided servers instead of equally spreading ourselves out. But such is the life of an MMO with multiple server options. So I give you Deviate Delight. A server that was virtually empty. No guilds had cleared any raid tier. And honestly, I'd be surprised if anyone had even hit 60 on the server yet. The best part was that Blizzard wasn't allowing transfers of characters from other realms to the server. This meant that no one was able to bring over their existing 60s and gold and all of that other shit that would ruin the true fresh experience. This was enough to get me to play. It was even enough to convince my friends to join me. None of us had had that equal playing field fresh start on a classic realm since, well, vanilla. The best part was that the server was already up and running. So we began our journey. We got in really early, which is something I usually am not. So in a rare change of events, I had the opportunity to snag a few rare names. I couldn't think of any. So I made a dude named Tank. I don't know, I thought that was kind of cool. The important thing was that I got my name. Herb Vendor. Our adventure started off pretty cool. There were a ton of people leveling out in the world. It felt alive. Much to our surprise, there were even people RPing. It was the classic experience that I had always wanted. The next several nights were spent leveling and genuinely just having a great time with the homies. We'd been farming the shit out of the dead mines, getting some world PvP in. We'd formed our guild. It may have only been a small handful of us, but Herbalist was having a fucking blast. Naturally, by the time we'd hit around level 30, I want to say, a big portion of those friends had migrated back to retail. And I don't really blame them. They'd joined me for an adventure on Classic, and we'd had fun together. Even if we hadn't hit end game together, I still appreciate them hanging out for a while. They're mostly all retail Andes anyway, and I'm not talking shit or anything. They pump, which is why it was kind of expected of them to take off at some point. A few of us remained, though, determined to carry on. Arius, the mighty paladin. Doctor, the seductive and sexual caster. And Scarzy, the single most luckiest motherfucker in the world. Scarzy is one of my good friends across multiple other versions of the game, and I shit you not, this druid's luck is like... I don't know, you guys. Scarzy found edge masters off a random-ass mob on this server. If you don't know what those gloves are, it doesn't matter. They sell for like a baller amount of gold. What mattered was that all three of them were sticking it out with me, which I'm glad that we decided to do, because the community on this server put together and organized some of the most fun events in-game that I've ever been a part of. Keep in mind that a majority of these were RP/PvP events, seeing that Deviant Delight was an RP/PvP realm, but that doesn't matter. This shit was badass. The first of said events was the Siege of Northwatch. You know, that little castle area south of Ratchet. Basically, it was set up so that us Alliance would be defending Northwatch Hold, and the Horde would be attempting to invade and destroy everything. Each tower within the Hold would have an elected higher level, better geared quote-unquote boss player at the top that the Horde would have to attempt to fight and kill. This was 100% as fun and badass as it sounds. I'm sure a lot of organization went into it, and honestly, I was just excited to attend an event that I didn't have any part in setting up. I arrived a little early to park my character, and was stoked to see Doctor there.
Fight with honor.
Greetings, Doctor. Oh, you as well.
Hail to the night.
Greetings, Herbert.
Greetings. The ops are nearby. There they go. They'll be back. With dozens more. Eventually, we decided to see if the Horde had arrived yet. There were a few brave adventurers forming a type of wall offense, but it was nothing compared to our numbers. Slowly, more started arriving, and then suddenly, an army of Hordes stood before us, organized, waiting for the two elected faction chiefs to battle. All I know is that I sure as shit didn't vote for Shobek. In a very hard-to-watch display of him slow-walking and screaming in a Japanese accent, the battle had begun. The no-lifers began charging in, more powerful than us employed adventurers. We stood no chance against their might. The gang and I retreated to the hills within the Hold, thinking we were safe. Which we were temporarily, until the Horde began launching an aerial slow-fall assault from the mountains to the west. They'd fully breached our perimeter and quickly decimated all but one remaining tower. The gang and I fought hard, but kinda got shat on. What mattered most was that we were having a great time. There were more of these events, too. I think the most fun one was the Battle of Windshear Crag. You know, that goblin deforestation area out there in Stone Talon? And I'm going to leave a lot of this out, because I'm currently working on a separate series for these Deviant Delight adventures. At this point, a few weeks had passed, and although we'd been having a blast, a lot of my community or friend group or whatever from the Retail RP adventures had completely disappeared. I mean, I guess I understand. I'd even bet a good majority of you guys watching this video right now are here because of the Retail RP videos. I mean, shit, this video is a part of that series, so yeah, I get it. That didn't make it any easier when I signed on to Retail for the first time in a while to see that not just a few people, but a majority of the guild had left. Even some of the OG members. Again, I get it, but it still bummed me out. Even my streams had been suffering. Now, you guys know I don't give a shit about views or anything like that, but it was definitely interesting watching the change from Retail to Classic. By this point, as most of you Classic enthusiasts had probably guessed, the server had died. My precious and beloved Deviant Delight had been solved, the new server had been beaten, left to rot, no longer fresh. Arius, Scarzy, and myself remained. The final few still driven and motivated to hit 60. We didn't know what we were going to do once we got there. All that mattered was that goal. I hadn't been editing or posting any YouTube videos at that point. I hadn't even been streaming at all. I'd just been pumping on Classic and recording my gameplay with the expectation of eventually turning it into a series. One day, no different than the last I don't even know how many, I was grinding in Tanaris. I was level 55, and feeling great about being on the downhill portion of my journey to 60. I was running to turn in a quest when something happened.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Just a normal follow alert that I get when someone follows me on Twitch. I use the same program to record that I used to stream, so it always kind of makes me laugh when I randomly get a follow while not streaming. Then, I got another. And another. And then like 40 more. It was very confusing to say the least. I was worried someone had hacked my shit or something, because what was this? As this carried on, I for whatever reason had the suspicion that maybe someone was streaming and reacting to one of my videos. That's when I got onto the World of Warcraft browse page on Twitch and noticed. Zaryu was reacting to the first video in this series. At first, I was a bit confused. The series had been recommended to him in the past, but he was...
One man's journey on Moonguard. I don't know. A retail WoW tale. I'm not watching this. There's a 0% chance, right? There's like a 0% chance.
Not interested. This time, it seemed different, though. He and his audience were liking it. A lot. I didn't really know how to feel about it. I think this series in general, and particularly that first video, are really not that great. This is like a super niche series edited and posted for a handful of my friends and myself to enjoy. And obviously I'm not disappointed or anything that other people have started to like it, but it's definitely a weird feeling. I sat there in disbelief, watching thousands of other people watch a guy watch one of my videos. Then they watched the second, and then the third. This went on for a few days. A friend of mine would DM me in the morning on Discord telling me that Zaryu was getting ready to watch the next video in my series. It got to the point where he was talking about returning to retail himself to play on Moonguard. This put me into an interesting position. As much as I hate to admit it, by this point I'd kind of become a more well-known player on Moonguard. No, I'm not saying that in like a, oh, I'm a cool guy, hey, big streamer, look at me kind of way. Actually, it's the opposite. I much prefer no one knowing who I am and being able to just have organic walk-up RP sessions happen in the wild. That being said, there's no getting around it. People on the server know me. And it became this overwhelming situation of me being contacted by these people, with them pressuring me to ensure that there's no situation of Zaryu's viewers flooding the server, no intensive population boom of trolls, all of these impossible tasks that I virtually had no control whatsoever over. It was even funnier because I hadn't even been playing retail. It had been 3 fucking months of me playing nothing but Classic Era. I didn't even know what to do. But before I knew it, the day had come. The day I'd been getting my inboxes flooded about. Zaryu was starting on Moonguard. He'd rolled a mage, which I'm told is his main class, and he was going to be a female gnome. Interesting choice. Regardless, though, I made my way to the gnome starting area to greet him.
Greetings, champion.
I thought you said you would give me the special delivery in private.
Oh, my bad. It's just herbs. Nothing bad, champion. Simple herb carrying pouches.
How do I use this? I've never.
Oh, I got you. Cool, he's doing it.
It burns my throat.
Honestly, he seemed like a pretty normal guy. I'd never really met any bigger streamers or creators at that point, so I was kind of surprised. He's probably the most viewed WoW streamer both currently and at that point in time, so it was just nice to learn that he's a pretty humble dude. Later that afternoon, as I was eating lunch, I had a realization. Why was I not streaming retail? I immediately ran to my PC and hopped on. As soon as I went live, I had had more viewers on Twitch than I have ever had in my entire 10 plus years of streaming combined. This kind of bummed me out, but I mean, I guess it also felt good to have a bunch of people hanging out watching, right? Nearly everyone in chat was new, and it was moving so fast I couldn't really keep track of my old friends who I actually wanted to interact with. Everyone was super pumped for me to RP with Zaryu, so I flew over to where he was in Westfall. When I got there, he was already surrounded by a group of people, so I kinda stood back. The last thing I wanted to do was add to the chaos or bug the guy. He may be a major player in the streaming world, but that doesn't mean his initial experience on an RP server should be any different than anyone else's. Eventually, his chat tipped him off that I was hanging around, and he approached me.
Hub.
It is time, champion. That staff you hold, it contains powers beyond mortal comprehension. Oh shit, is that Mario?
This key I hold. I don't think it opens a door all along.
Nay, it sparks a pipe.
A pipe.
Indeed. I wish to lead you all there.
Okay, Ab, okay.
I must warn you though, the trek shall be dangerous.
I have the perfect gift such an occasion.
Oh? What is it? Oh? Many thanks, champion. Bellweed is becoming quite scarce in these lands. Champions, the time is now. We must make haste. Let us meet in the Bay of Booties. This place. It has been many a moon since I've been here. Oh, hey, beer, hell yeah. Drink up, champions. You'll need the courage.
I'm only level 16, Ab. I don't know if I can handle it.
Elune says otherwise, Yarzu.
The boat.
The boat. Okay, cool. Welcome aboard this Princess Cruise Line's cruise. I've purchased us a family pack of tickets, but the drinks are not free. The food is, but please do not add drinks to the bill. Seems I have fallen under financial duress, and the drinks are off the table for now. Here we are, champions. It smells of orc. This device here. Be weary of it. Carrot, no. By the gods. Pull him out.
Get out.
Hurry. Oh fuck, oh shit. This is not good. Is he alive?
We can kill the fish.
Slaughter the fish. Okay, okay.
Wait. You guys. Carrot is right here.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Here we are. The sacred pipe. The legends foretold this is a day, Yarzu.
Me first, brah.
Cartman has to go first, or else he shall throw a fit. Okay, he's done. Please approach the pipe, Yarzu. Unsheath thine staff, champion. Not like that, but like, yeah, get the staff out.
Whoa. I'm starving.
Someone provide him with some food. Hurry. Champions. There is one more pipe. I fear it is ripe time to partake upon it and shit, but I must warn you, it is behind enemy lines. It is known as the PvP pipe. It is what the key has been destined to light.
Yes.
All who wish to join, let us take flight. We are safe here, champions.
This is enemy territory. Are you sure about this?
I shall protect you all. No fear, champion. Right this way. Here it is. Champion Yarzu, hurry.
Wait, why are we in a hurry?
The Ford will take notice. Soon they shall arrive, not in droves, but maybe like 2 dudes. That was a massive hit, champion. Oh shit, you're like a troll now. Badass.
Eventually, as the evening drew to a close, Zaryu said his goodbyes. It was fun RPing with him, and I was super proud of his viewers who were tagging along for not being obnoxious and genuinely just playing along with the whole RP. I sat there, surrounded by new friends, both in-game and on stream, but I couldn't help but feel sad about my guild. Herbs of Anarchy was an empty shell of what it once was, and I know this would have made my old friends sad. Then, I got a whisper, and another. People were wanting to join the guild. I sent out a few invites, and then I figured, shit, I might as well invite Zaryu. I knew he was probably going to make his own guild, but I thought it'd be funny to send him an invite into mine. Herbs of Anarchy was back, baby.
Arius, I need help. Arius, what are you? Come on, dude. Oh god, I'm gonna die, dude.
Next time on Herb Vendor.